Hey everyone, welcome back to the Kelly Counts Macros podcast, where I simplify nutrition, strengthen your mindset, and make sustainable fat loss possible. I'm Kelly, your macros coach, and if you haven't already, be sure to follow the show, leave a review, and share this episode with a friend. Tag me on social media. I will say thank you. Share it with somebody that says, they eat healthy all day until dinner. This past weekend, we went to see Morgan Wallen in Cleveland. Are there any other Morgan Wallen fans out there? It was Friday night. The weather was beautiful, and I had an amazing time with my husband. So today we're tackling one of the most common challenges I hear. Everything is going great. My breakfast and lunch are dialed in. My snacks are solid, and then dinner rolls around and the wheels fall off. You're either starving, you have no idea what to make, you don't want to cook something different from what your family's eating. So by the end of this episode, you'll walk away with realistic dinner strategies, backup plans that work every single time, and a few of our most popular shred recipes that my members can't stop making. What's happening inside the membership, the clubhouse? We've been cooking up a storm lately. Literally, the clubhouse recipe thread is on fire right now, with members sharing their favorites. Some of the most loved are egg roll in a bowl, burrito tacos, cottage cheese bowls, watermelon feta salad. What I love about all these is they're macro friendly, family approved. You click on it, shoots right into the app. You weigh your portion, feed your people. Everybody is happy. We all need these quick recipes for our busy weeknights. We also just wrapped up Chisel, and it was amazing seeing members getting stronger while still keeping meals simple and delicious. We are going to continue through the month of August with the Chisel after party. The members are going from fluff to buff and keeping that strength training on board. So, number one, I call this the dinner derail problem. Most people think that the issue is willpower, but really it's lack of a plan. So, by the time dinner hits, you've already made dozens, sometimes hundreds of decisions that day. You're tired, you're hungry, you're dealing with your kids' schedules. So, of course, the easiest thing wins. So, without a plan, dinner becomes reactive instead of intentional. So you've worked all day, answered 53 emails, picked up the kids, drove them to practice, realized the chicken you meant to cook is still frozen solid. Now it's 6:15 p.m. and your spouse says, "What's for dinner?" And pizza takeout suddenly sounds a lot easier than figuring out how to turn half frozen chicken into a meal. So, this is not laziness, it's decision fatigue. We get tired. Your brain has used up all its daily supply of decision making fuel, and the path of the least resistance wins. I know for me, by 1 or 2 o'clock, my brain is just done. So, even when I'm working, I realize that my decision-making fuel is gone. My tank is empty. So inside of the shred in the clubhouse, we remove this decision fatigue by giving you ready to make recipes and a dinner plan before the week even starts. So the choice is already made when you are low on mental energy. Number two, the power of pre-planning. Even if you don't want to pre-track your meals, I talk about pre-tracking a lot. Pre-planning, it's a non-negotiable if you want to avoid the derail. So my simple rule is before your day starts, know what's for dinner. You don't need every detail, just the main protein or the theme. So if I know I'm making crock pot burritos out of the clubhouse on Wednesday, I can check my grocery store app on my phone on Monday to make sure I have the beef, the broth, the spices queued up to be delivered. And I use that same app as my grocery list. So if it's my Walmart app, I use that as my grocery list. So I'm never mid recipe realizing I forgot something. So in the shred, I give you the done for you grocery list tied directly to your week's recipes so you can shop once and be set. And yes, just keep it simple. Write it down, a calendar on the fridge, a note on your phone, whatever works. This one simple habit eliminates that 6 p.m. panic. I use a sticky note. A lot of my shred members use a dry erase board. So just incorporating some simple planning. It's super powerful. Always having a backup plan. This is my next tip. Life will happen, sports run late, work calls drag on, you get stuck in traffic, or maybe you just have one of those days where everything takes twice as long as it should. That's exactly why I always keep a plan B ready in my kitchen. For me, this means having at least one protein and one veggie in the freezer at all times. So think chicken breast, shrimp, ground turkey, ground beef, green beans, broccoli, cauliflower rice. These are no excuse staples. And here's the thing, right? A backup plan doesn't need to be gourmet. It just needs to be fast, easy, and something you'll actually eat. So if my day blows up, I can toss shrimp in the air fryer, steam frozen broccoli in the microwave, heat up a bag of microwavable rice in under 15 minutes. Is it the fanciest dinner? No, but it's balanced if it's my macros, and I go to bed feeling good instead of guilty. So inside the shred, we actually build these plan B nights into your weekly plan. That way you're never caught off guard and you always have an easy win for those crazy days. Members often tell me these nights are the reason that they don't hit the drive-through because the food is already in the freezer and the prep is faster than waiting in the takeout line and cheaper. So, pro tip, take it a step further and pre-cook one or two of these proteins on the weekend, like grilled chicken or brown turkey. So they're ready to just reheat on your busiest nights. When I make one meal, I make enough protein for three meals and pop it in the freezer to pull out easily in the morning or when I need a backup plan. A lot of times I hear the family won't eat it problem. One of the biggest frustrations I hear from clients, especially parents, is I don't want to make two separate dinners. And honestly, you shouldn't have to. We don't have time for that. The secret is to make a base meal that works for everyone. Then let each person customize it to their taste and their goals. Just like I leave out the onions because Ben doesn't like onions, and I leave out the tomato because Lola doesn't like tomato. And then whoever wants to add it in can add it in. So perhaps that looks like grilled chicken night. Grill a big batch for the whole family. Your kids might want to have their mac and cheese or their buttered noodles while you pair yours with roasted veggies and a side of potatoes or cauliflower rice that fits into your macros. I don't know, maybe it's taco night. Put that seasoned lean ground beef, ground turkey, shredded lettuce, salsa, veggies out, buffet style, right? Use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. You can load your plate with protein, tons of veggies, use a lower carb tortilla while the kids pile on the cheese, the sour cream, and the crunchy shells, or make a walking taco with Doritos. In fact, you can make a walking taco with your Quest chips. I do that all the time. Burrito tacos, right? A Shred and Clubhouse favorite. These are perfect for this strategy, right? Make the meat, the filling for everyone, and then each person decides what they want inside. Maybe they want it in a tortilla. Maybe they want it over rice. Maybe they want it on a salad. So keeping it simple and deconstructed. Egg roll in a bowl. Make the base recipe. Then let the family members add the extras. If you want more of the coleslaw mix, more of the coleslaw mix. If they want to put it over white rice, have them put it over white rice. Drizzle sriracha. If your husband likes things hot, you have that out for him. All right. So it works for everybody's taste buds. All right, let's just say it's Italian night, right? Make one protein-rich sauce like lean ground turkey with marinara or the shred or clubhouse chicken Alfredo, and give everyone their choice. I don't know, maybe the kids get their traditional pasta or the protein pasta. Maybe you go with the protein pasta or zoodles or even Egg Life egg wraps sliced into strips for a lower calorie noodle. So you have more calories or later on when you want a fun food. So everybody gets the same base, the same protein-rich sauce, and then they just use, excuse me, they all use the same sauce. So the same protein-rich sauce, and then just choose a different base. So when you build your meals this way, you're not a short order cook. I'm not doing that. You're just offering easy options. This keeps you from feeling like you're, air quote, on a diet, eating something different, and makes it way more likely that you'll stick to this. This is exactly how many of our shred recipes are designed. Simple, macro friendly, easy to customize. That's why members love them. They're not diet food. They're not something your family won't eat. They're family approved. Everyone's plate looks a little different, but you're all eating from the same main dish. The next trap I see, I'm starving dinner trap, right? If you're ready to eat the entire pantry the moment you walk in the door, the problem usually isn't dinner. It's your day, it's your afternoon. So skipping meals, skipping protein, it sets you up to be ravenous by dinner time. And when you're that hungry, your body just craves the fastest source of energy, usually quick carbs like chips or crackers, Oreos, long before you even start cooking. So, what do you need to do? You need to build in a balanced snack 1 or 2 hours before dinner. I'm talking something with protein, all right? Some carbs and some fat to keep you satisfied and keep that blood sugar stable. So maybe it's Greek yogurt with strawberries. Maybe it's a built protein bar. Maybe it's turkey slices with string cheese. Maybe it's apple slices with peanut butter. Maybe it's cottage cheese with pineapple. Maybe it's Quest chips. Maybe it's legendary chips. Maybe it's a beef stick. Maybe it's raw veggies. Okay. And if you're somebody that's in the car a lot, shuttling the kids to practice, running errands, you have a long drive, think about your macro-friendly diaper bag. This is a game changer for my shredders. This is what I call the stash that I keep in my car or my purse. It's always on me at all times, so I'm never stuck hungry without options. So maybe that's a ranch tuna pouch. Maybe that's a chomp stick. Maybe it's a single serve protein shake like Fairlife. Maybe it's the protein bars. If you're doing the tuna packets, don't forget the plastic fork. Maybe it's 100-calorie cashews or almonds. Maybe it's an apple or clementine. So they travel well. All right. That way, when you're driving home at 5:30 and you know dinner won't be until 6:30 or 7, you have something that fits in your macros and prevents you from walking into the kitchen and immediately raiding the pantry or the snack drawer. Okay. So inside the shred, I give you a ton of macro-friendly snacks like these broken down by protein, carbs, and fat so you can hit your numbers and feel satisfied until dinner. All right. The last one I'm going to talk about, no, second to last, I think. We're going to talk about fasting. It doesn't work for a lot of people. Some people, yes, but majority of the people, it doesn't. So one of the biggest reasons people overeat at dinner isn't lack of willpower, it's that they haven't eaten enough earlier in the day. A lot of people intentionally try to save calories for later or jump on the fasting bandwagon thinking it will help them lose weight faster. So here's what many fasting fans think it does. Forces your body to burn more fat because you're not eating. Automatically creates a calorie deficit without tracking. Boosts your metabolism and hormones by giving digestion a break. Makes you eat less overall because your eating window is smaller. But here's the reality for most people. Your body doesn't magically burn more calories just because you wait until noon to eat. Total daily calories still matter. Skipping breakfast and having a tiny lunch or no lunch means you're underfueled all day, which makes your hunger hormones spike by late afternoon. That ghrelin that I talk about, the hormone that makes you hungry. So when you finally do eat, your body is craving that quick energy. Hello, bread basket. Hello, goldfish from the pantry. Hello, Oreos, and that snack drawer, right? You end up eating more in that shorter window than you would have if you just spaced out those meals and snacks evenly all day. So one Shred member, she used to skip breakfast, have a small salad for lunch, and then wonder why she was elbow deep in the chip bag at 5:30 p.m. while cooking dinner. So once we added in a protein-rich breakfast, like an egg white omelet with veggies and turkey bacon, and a balanced lunch, a grilled chicken wrap with fruit, her evening cravings almost vanished because she had that protein in and she ate more during the day. She felt in control, she felt steady, and still lost fat and weight without feeling deprived. So, in the shred, we focus on fueling your body evenly through the day. That means hitting a protein target at every meal, spacing calories so your energy stays stable, and avoiding those big blood sugar crashes that lead to the nighttime overeating. So when you're fueled, you're more intentional with dinner instead of reactive. Okay, this is my last one, and having a go-to eating out backup order. So let's just say all else fails, and you're like, Kelly, I can't do any of this. We need to eat out. Have that one meal, but just make it one meal, your go-to meal that you know will fit. Okay, so if you're gonna give yourself the flexibility to go out just because you're busy, you're gonna pick this meal. All right. Don't leave your nutrition to chance. Pick a backup meal that you can rely on, one you know fits your macros. So that way you can stick to your goals without overthinking. So in the shred, we give you 3 or more approved high protein, lower calorie fast food options. Like Chipotle, go for that bowl with the chicken or the steak, extra fajita veggies, the pico de gala, the lettuce, the salsa. Skip the cheese and the sour cream or add light portions if your macros allow, or bring it home and use Greek yogurt. Chick-fil-A, right? Try the grilled chicken sandwich. Get the unbuttered bun. Hold the mayo. Get a side of fruit instead of fries, or grab the 12-count grilled nuggets. All right, get a side salad and you're good to go. Panda Express, order the string bean chicken breast or mushroom chicken. Pair it with a side of super greens instead of the fried rice or chow mein. So these are all fast, simple wins you can count on. The shred, I break down how to build these. I help you with the go-to orders. So eating out becomes a seamless part of your week instead of a derail. So dinner doesn't have to be the downfall of the day. With a plan, with your few go-to shred recipes and a freezer backup, you can end the day as strong as you started. If you want more recipes, structure, and coaching that fits real life, join us inside of the shred so you can finally lose that weight to reveal the toned muscles. You're ready to drop inches, build strength, feel amazing before the holidays. Join the waitlist for the shred starting September 18th. I'll put the link in the show notes. Spots go fast, so grab yours now. Remember, you're always doing better than you think you are.